Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce somebody very, very special. Like I say, he's our chief principal guest. He is the man that we are here to honour. A gentleman who's received, you look over there once again, Raging Bull. Robert De Niro made a film about him. He is known as one of the greatest and bravest middleweight champions ever. Well, welcome to England, the one and only Mr. Jake the Raging Bull La Motta. Come on now. We would like to welcome you to England on behalf of Legends Promotions and all the people here in Yorkshire. Now, can you tell us, have you enjoyed your visits to England so far? Because I know you've been here quite a few times.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jake.
Oh, I enjoyed England. I've been here a few times, and every time I came here, the reception I always got was unbelievable. I love you, and God bless you.
Now, sir, you were the first man to beat the legendary Sugar Ray Robinson. Can you tell us how good that felt?
I fought Sugar so many times. It's a wonder I don't have diabetes. I remember one night he broke my rib, then he broke my jaw. But luckily, as you could see, he never touched my nose. After the fight, Sugar Ray looked into my eyes and he says, "Jake, black is beautiful." But thank goodness the violence in my life is just a memory, a figment of my sordid past. Right now, I'm happy to say I finally made it big. My life story is now on film, and as you know, it's called Raging Bull. It was nominated for 8 Academy Awards, and superstar Robert De Niro won the Oscar for Best Acting. I told the producers I like to play myself in the movie. He said to me, "Jake, you're not the type." So they were thinking of using Sammy Davis Jr. instead. But he couldn't do it either because he was too Jewish.
Jake, can we ask you, when you were growing up, who were your boyhood heroes who were fighting?
I don't understand. You translate.
Who was your heroes? Who were your heroes growing up?
Oh, my hero is Joe Louis. A lot of people here don't remember Joe Louis, but he was one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. As a matter of fact, I don't rate one guy the greatest heavyweight of all time. I rate 3 of them: Joe Louis, Rocky Graziano, and Muhammad Ali. Your toughest fight was trying to collect your money. And boy, he handled some pretty dumb fighters. He asked one guy, he says, "How would you like to fight for the crown?" The guy says, "Sure," he says, "I'll fight Queen Elizabeth anytime." The same guy was always saying, "I want to fight Mike Tyson. I want to fight Mike Tyson." The manager said, "Listen, if I told you once, I told you 1,000 times. You are Mike Tyson." My first wife divorced me because I clashed with the drapes. My second wife divorced me because the only thing I said to her was, "Darling, your sock is a wrinkle." Now, how the hell did I know she wasn't wearing any? Now, I'm only kidding about my second wife. She always was complaining that she had nothing to wear. I never believed her till I saw her in Playboy. moment I don't expect it. There she is running around the bedroom naked. I says, I know, God damn it, you got nothing to wear. I opened up the closet door, and then I said, look at all the doggone clothes you got here. Red dresses, blue dresses. Hello, Rocky. One of my wives is very peculiar. She likes to make love in the back seat of the car. The only problem was she wanted me to do the driving. You know what it means to come home to a beautiful, lovely, gorgeous lady who gives you a lot of love, affection, tenderness. It means you're in the wrong goddamn apartment.
Okay, when we were talking earlier, you were talking about when you were world champion, there was only 8 world champions. I think today there's about 40. So if you were fighting today, you'd be 20 times champion of the world at different weights. Can you actually say this, the difference between the fighters in your era when there was one title and today?
Well, today you have hundreds of champions. It's ridiculous. In my day, there was only 8. And it was a better function at that time. But today, it's somebody. The fighters today, they make a lot of money. I wish it was me. But they fight. They don't fight that often. In my day, most of a lot of fighters had over 100 fights. I had over 106. And it's contrary to popular belief that the more you do, the worse it is for you. But that's not true. The more you fight, the more you train, the better condition you are, and then you're less likely to get hurt. But it works a different way now.
Now, you know, excuse me, a lot of fighters today are celebrities, but in your day, fighters really weren't celebrities, but you became one of the first big celebrity fighters. You became a Hollywood star when you were fighting. How did that feel at that time?
Give me a different question.
Okay, if you were fighting today's fighters, like say the people of the recent eras, like Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns, the middleweights of today, tell me how honestly you would have handled them.
Like I said before, Sugar Ray I had so many fights. I got sugar diabetes fighting Sugar Ray. But this guy had over 200 fights. He won the middleweight championship so many times, and I ended up making him best man at my wedding, my last marriage, number 6. Here's lucky 7. What happened to lucky? Here's lucky 7.
No, I left you, honey. No.
Well, anyhow, it's lucky 7. It's right over here.
I mean, in your day, there were great fighters like Tony Zale, Willie Pett, Rocky Graziano, real hard men. I know Rocky Graziano, like you, he had a film made after him. Someone up there likes me. I think it was Paul Newman. Weren't as good as your film, like. But how good was he, Rocky Graziano?
Rocky Graziano and I were kids together on the Lower East Side of New York City. And when we were kids, we were very sophisticated thieves. We would only see things that began with an A, like a bike, a car, a bike. That's how we both ended up in a reform school together. We also invented rock and roll. First we hit you over the head with a rock, and then we rolled you. Then Rocky went on to become middleweight champion of the world when he beat Tony Zale. Then Tony Zale beat him again, and he won the title back. Then Marcel Sedan, the European champ from France, a great, great fighter. He gave me the opportunity to fight him again, and I won the title from him. And I'll refresh your memory, when he was coming back to fight me a return bout, the plane crashed and everybody got killed. Then I signed to fight Rocky Graziano, my friend, my boyhood chum. And while training, he broke his hand and the fight never came off. Good thing I would have killed him. Then I defended my title against a European champion by the name of Tiberio Mitri from Italy. And I won a 15-round decision from him. Then I fought another Frenchman by the name of Laurent Dautrieux, who had previously beaten me in Canada. And then when I was champ, I gave him an opportunity to fight for the title. And with 23 seconds left of the 15th round, I could not win the fight. But I knocked him down, they counted 10. There was 13 seconds left. I was very, very lucky to retain my title. Then I fought the greatest fighter of them all, Sugar Ray Robinson, in Chicago in 1951 on St. Valentine's Day. They called it the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. The referee stopped the fight in the 13th round while I was still on my feet with Robinson pounding me up against the ropes. If the referee held up another 30 seconds, Robinson would have collapsed from hitting me. Then I went a little bit in show business and I started to tell jokes and things like that. And from then on I went to functions and signed autographs, and I made a very comfortable living doing that. Because the money I made was unbelievable. I fought 15 years and had over 100 fights, and I made close to $500,000 in 15 years. Could you believe that? Today they make 20 times more in one fight.
Okay, Mr. La Motta, the final question. I mean, your film is known as the greatest fight film ever, Raging Bull. Can we ask you, there's been films like On The Waterfront, Rocky, all different films. Apart from your own film, what is the greatest boxing film that you've ever seen?
Well, there was a beautiful scene from The Waterfront. That was a good movie. I liked that movie very much. And I memorized the line that was used in that film. And it was about Charlie. And it goes like this. It wasn't him, Charlie. It was you. You remember that night in the garden when you came to my dressing room and you said, Terry, this ain't your night. We're going for the price on Wilson. Do you remember that night? My night. I could have taken Wilson apart that night. So what happens? He gets an outdoor shot in the ballpark, and what do I get? A one-way ticket to Palookavoo. I was never no good after that night. It was like a peak you reach, and then it was all downhill. It was you, Charlie. You was my brother. You should have looked out for me a little bit. You should have taken care of me just a little bit, instead of making me take the dice for the short of the money. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody, instead of a bum, which is what I am. Yes, Charlie, it was you. Thank you and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only modern world middleweight champion, the one and only Mr. Jake, the Raging Bull La Motta! Keep me going for Mr. Jake La Motta, come on!
Brilliant, Dave. Absolutely.
also would like to thank Denise's wonderful wife and Jerry Hack. I would like to thank Kennedy Lane for bringing him over here in conjunction with Legends Promotions and Fisher Promotions. Okay folks, if you can let Mr. La Motta through and sit down, ladies and gentlemen, we do have to finish on the night.
Fantastic, well done, Jason.
Seated, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Jake.
Go on, Alvin.
Grab it, coming through.
Okay folks, like we say, comedy at this time, and comedy at any time is the hardest game going. There's quite a few boxes doing from boxing to comedy, and all the lines. Ellen Christie was one of them. The gentleman out there, Jake La Motta, quite a few